philosophers. This is Thomas Hobbes. All generous minds have a horror of what are commonly called facts. They are the brute beast of the intellectual domain.
Does that mean that I stick to my guns when I'm next to a complete idiot?
Yes. It is not wisdom but authority that makes a law. Science is the knowledge of consequences and dependence of one fact upon another.
That seems logical.
The privilege of absurdity, to which no living creature is subject but man only.
What?
Just forget it. Then there's Soren Kierkegaard. Boredom is the root of all evil. The despairing refusal of oneself.
We must create even if it's pointless.
It is so hard to believe because it is so hard to obey. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards.
Give it time to sink in.
Once you label me, you negate me. Our life always expresses the result of our dominant thoughts. Patience is necessary, and one cannot reap immediately where one has sown.
Plants! Plants! I know plants.
You missed the point, dude. People understand me so poorly that they don't even understand my complaint about them not understanding me.
I understand you. You fucking idiot.
The function of prayer is not to influence God, but rather to change the nature of the one who prays.
Do what I want.
And then there's Thomas Aquinas. To one who has faith, no explanation is necessary. To one without faith, no explanation is possible. The things that we love tell us who we are. If the highest aim of a captain were to preserve his ship, he would keep it in port forever. Good can exist without evil, whereas evil cannot exist without good. Beware the man of the one book.
That's a good point.
Can't argue with that shit. And this is Spinoza. Buddhists love him. The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free.
I should listen more instead of interjecting. What's on TV tonight?
Will and intellect are one and the same thing.
I'm going to build that birdhouse with my balsa wood.
Well, dude, you made something. Desire is the essence of man.
Sex.
And then you have the existentialist Friedrich Nietzsche. A casual stroll through the lunatic asylum shows that faith does not prove anything. A friend should be a master at guessing and keeping still. You must not want to see everything. A subject for a great poet would be God's boredom after the seventh day of creation. All truly great thoughts are conceived by walking. Art is not merely an imitation of the reality of nature, but in truth a metaphysical supplement to the reality of nature, placed alongside thereof for its conquest. Experience as a desire for experience does not come off. We must not study ourselves while having an experience. Faith, not wanting to know what is true. He who would learn to fly one day must learn to stand and walk and run and climb and dance. One cannot fly without flying.
I got nothing to say.